Man, if it's one thing I don't like and it's two things that I can't stand is a liberal and a feminist. Oh my goodness gracious. So let's go ahead and get to this video because it's a doozy.
Hey, white men. Due to systemic and structural racism that Black women
What systemic racism and structural?
Hey, white men. Due to systemic and structural racism that Black women have had to endure, they only make 64 cents to every dollar that you make.
Wage gap is a myth. Look it up. It's a myth. Look it up. A myth. Not a myth. A myth. It's a myth. Look it up. Golly. You wanna understand whether the wage gap is a myth or not? Look up the type of jobs that women have on average and look up the type of jobs that any man has on average. The type of jobs that men have are more dangerous. They require a different set of skills than the jobs that women require. So guess what? The pay's different. Wage gap is a myth. It doesn't exist. Stop lying to people.
So, as a fitting start to Black History Month, I want to take what you will make today, multiply it by 64%, and then take that difference and give it to some Black women today. This shows that you are honoring them, that you are appreciating them, and that you are dedicated to equity. And Black women, you know what to do.
First of all, equity is trash. Equality is where it's at. Second of all, so this lady, and that's what I would call her, a lady, because guess what? This is a doctor, or this is a doctor. This is a doctor. This is a person who is in charge of your health. This is a person that your life is in her hands, and she's this far in. She's in that deep to where she expects white men. And this gotta be a troll. It gotta be a joke. But she really expects men to sit there and just give Black women money just for the sake of giving them money. What good does that do anybody? Multiply it by 64 by some imaginary wage gap? Why is equity trash? Equity is trash because the idea that you should have to take away from other people in order to make something equal, I don't believe that that's fair. I don't believe that there's much in life that's fair, but I believe that equality is the closest thing you can get. That means the illustration that they use when they put us through the corporate training and all that kind of stuff, the illustration that they use is when you have, say, for instance, you have three people standing on a box. Equity or trying to look over a fence. Three people trying to look over a fence and they're trying to watch a baseball game, right? So each one of them has the ability to stand on boxes so they can see over the game. Equity says that one guy, he's too short to see over the boxes. So you take from the other two boxes, the other two guys. One guy is tall enough to where he doesn't even need the box. Another guy with the box, he can see over. But this other guy, he needs more boxes than just one. So if everybody got two boxes, he needs 3 or 4. So they got to take from those 2 boxes. So now they only get 1 box. Or now the tall guy doesn't get 1 box. Now The tall, so the middle guy, he you know, so they're the only ones with boxes, and the tall guy is expected to just figure it out because it was natural. Equity is the idea, or is the idea that you're entitled to what you didn't earn. That's what equity is. Equality says that, okay, we're gonna give each of you a box, and guess what? If that's not enough, then that's just not enough. And unfortunately, for some people, and for some people in different aspects of life, you're gonna be the person at a disadvantage, and it's just the way things are. And it's unfortunate, but it's the truth. It's just how things are. So I despise that, and just the sense of entitlement to think that you're owed, that you're owed something just because, and don't, then on top of that, then the systemic and structural racism. Thomas Sowell had a great quote, and that was, if you ever want to stop end the argument with a leftist, ask them to define what they what the issue is. And I'm paraphrasing his quote, of course, but ask them what it is. So when you hear a leftist say, "Oh, I'm so systemically oppressed," and "Oh, the oppression and patriarchy and all," ask them to define it. Who is oppressing you? Who? What is oppressing you? What law oppresses you? What structure is oppressing you? What system is oppressing you? What person is oppressing you? What group is oppressing you? What is the name of the group? Who are the members of the group? What is the criteria of the group? What is the criteria to get into the group? What is the criteria to be excluded from the group? What's the criteria to be a target for the group? You need to come up with some answers. Otherwise, you're just talking. You're just talking, and it's frustrating to listen to be honest. You want to end a debate with a leftist, ask them to define who it is that they're talking about, and they can't do it because it's a bunch of imaginary, abstract ideas, and they're debating, and they're arguing ideas. They're not arguing reality. They're arguing ideas of people, ideas of things. That's why we have conversations about men being men and women being women. Because they want to change the idea of what a man is. Because they have an idea of what a woman is. This chick is insane. It's nothing worse than sitting here like just listening. Ooh, just leftists make my skin crawl. Feminists make my skin crawl because they don't live in reality. So it's almost like you just arguing with a cartoon character. But on that note, I'm JayyRedd Unfiltered. I'm JayyRedd Unfiltered, and just let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm signing out.